We're out here today fishing with these Micro Magic rods. I tell you, I got a lot of time and energy involved in these rods. I'm really, really proud of them. Kim Whiting and I, who worked together a couple of previous rod companies, we've worked about 6 months to create an unbelievable blank using guaranteed fresh pre-preg. That's a real key. We've got graphite composite rods. We use guaranteed fresh pre-preg. And what that is, that's the material that you wrap around the mandrel when you build a fishing rod. And it's extremely important that that material stays fresh. Less than 30 days is ideal. Over 90 is too much. So that's what I mean by saying guaranteed fresh pre-preg. That graphite mat, so to speak, that we start with the rods. So we've done our homework. We've gone all the way to the very beginning of the rod building stages and carried it to create this blank, something that's extremely special. And then of course we add to that the micro guide technology, which offers so many things, the super lightweight, additional castability, the additional sensitivity. This Micro Magic rod, I mean, it's been 12 or 15 years since there's been a substantial improvement in the rod building business. This is it. This is the new era, the new level, and it won't be long. I promise you're all going to see these micro guides on the water because they just outperform standard guides. Look here. Yeah, I've caught one on this thing. Oh, it's a good one too. Look at this fish. Oh man, fantastic. Oh, that's a good fish. Wow. Well, you just jumped right on it. Oh man. Come in here. Woo. Oh. And I tell you this, I've got all this sensitivity. I was pumping this rattle trap, and he went boom and hit it. And you had no trouble feeling that whatsoever, even on a fall. If I can get this thing out and get a handful of hooks, golly, check that out. Whew. Well, that's a good one too. How about that? How about that? Micro Magic, baby, right here. Whew. Come out of there. Oh man, what a fantastic fish. Look at that big boy right there. And I was sitting there pumping this rattle trap, and I tell you, that's one of my favorite ways to fish that, but you have to be able to feel it. You can feel it, pull it up, and then as it's falling, I felt that little tick, and I was able to set the hook on him because this was really cold water. Let's turn this big old fish loose. Man, fantastic. Goodbye, girl. Whew. I tell you what, there is so much feel and sensitivity in these rods. You can do things that you're just not used to doing. How about that? See how I was just taking it, pumping it up like that, and then I just let it fall almost on a limp line. When you do that, you got to be able to, just the slightest little tick, you got to be able to feel it. How about that? Maybe there'll be another one right there. You know, I tell you, these Micro Magic guides are unbelievable. You know, I just started playing with these micro guides a couple of years ago. I was very interested in what the micro guides had to offer. If you put them on a fantastic blank, which is what we've done, some of the advantages that they'll give you: tremendous lightweight, gives you all kinds of options in the blank building business when you're not carrying the weight of those full-size guides forward. Gives us all kinds of things we're able to do in the blank building side, because every one of the micro guides on my flipping stick, which is 13 guides, will go on a penny. It's a fantastic shot without sitting on top of each other. Improved castability. The fact that the guides are so small, they keep the line in a straight diameter. You don't get the line slap where it hits the rod like you do on conventional guides. That's what creates resistance and slows your casting distance, or curbs your casting distance. The micro guides have helped me cast 10 to 15 yards farther with big crankbaits and things for me, and getting as far away from the fish as possible, especially with a crankbait or something that you're winding. That's a huge advantage. Another big advantage to the micro guides, we're able to run rings, the old inserts that you remember. Now we've got them mechanically trapped. We've created some tooling through our partnership with American Tackle, and we've got those rings trapped. But what those rings do is that we're able to buy materials that you can't get in the coatings that you'll see on standard guides. We're able to run the alkanite rings inside the guides, which are a more smooth surface. And that's one of the things that help you cast farther. Also completely braid proof, resistant to grooving and all of the problems that we've seen on traditional guides. But one of my favorite features, the fact that this rod is so well balanced and those guides are so light, I'm able to run a tremendous number of guides if you'll look forward on this rod. And what this does, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in probably 16 inches. And that 16 inches, that's going to be the portion of your rod that is slightly bent, where all the feel comes from. And when you have feel in a rod, or sensitivity is the term that we're familiar with, that sensitivity is created only from the points of contact where the line touches the guide. Because the line doesn't touch the rod, it touches the guides. So by going to 7, 8, or 9 guides in that contact point area when you're dragging a football head out on a ledge, it doubles your sensitivity that you're able to feel. So those micro guides, unbelievable. I mean, you'll feel things you've never felt before. You can throw this rattle trap and just all the way through the water, you can feel that thing swimming. Dragging a football head jig, you feel every little pebble. You can tell the difference in the bottom. A strike doesn't ever go undetected. I mean, the slightest, and you can feel it in these rods. You know, and sensitivity matters a lot to me as a professional angler. Matters a lot to everybody that's out fishing, because, you know, we want to buy the tools that we can buy that help us catch more fish. And these micro magic rods with these micro guides on them, this unbelievable blank. I mean, we have built a product that truly helps you catch more fish. So here at Duckett Fishing, you know, our slogan is pro-driven. What that's about? Myself, our fantastic pro staff, Kelly Jordan, Byron Velvick, Terry Scroggins, Pete Pons, Jason Williamson. I mean, these are tried and true pros. We have got our heads together and we have built a performance-only rod. I mean, we're not concerned about bells and whistles. We're building a product, and that pro-driven means that we're not finding ways to cut corners. We're doing whatever it takes, making changes every week, making changes every day to make these rods perform and offer somebody something that helps them catch more fish. The micro guides, remember, you cast farther, they're more sensitive, unbelievable feel and balance. You gotta get one of these, man. I mean, this is a product that will help you catch more fish.